Hi, buddy Paul. If you're creating video content for your estate agency or letting agency, perhaps you're putting video out on a regular basis on your Facebook page or Instagram, I'm going to show you a really powerful audience that you must be creating on Facebook. And this is a custom audience of people who are watching a certain percentage of your videos. And this is a great way to really identify people who are showing interest in you, and that might be in you and your services. So we're talking about potential sellers, landlords, or buyers. So think about it. If someone's watching a minute or 30 seconds or a minute and a bit of your video, and your video is about the local property market update or perhaps a landlord advice, they're invested. They're showing signs that they're interested in what you've got to say, and also perhaps might be interested in your services in a near future date. So we need to stay in front of those people, and you can build an audience of people watching your videos and then stay in front of them every week or on a regular basis with further content. You might want to put further video back in front of them, or maybe you want to retarget with them with something that's going to get their name, number, and email address, so you can start having a conversation with them. And that might be an online valuation tool, that might be a seller's or landlord guide. So I'm going to show you in this video exactly how you can do that. I'm going to show you how to create the audience, and then I'm going to show you how you can use that in an actual Facebook advert. So let's dive into Ads Manager. Let me share my screen with you. So we're now in Ads Manager, and I'm going to take you first of all up to here, the All Tools on the left-hand side. I'm going to click on All Tools, and I'm looking for audiences, this one here. So you can see that we've got audiences just on the left here. I'm going to click on audiences, and this is where we can create our custom audience of people watching our videos. And we can do this both for Facebook and we can do this for Instagram. So I'm going to click on create audience, and you can see there we can click on custom audience. And when I'm in here, we're looking to use this one. We want to create an audience of video views. So create an audience of people who've watched your videos on Facebook or Instagram. So note you can do this for both Facebook and Instagram, which makes this really powerful. So I'm going to click on video, going to click next. And the first thing you can do is tell Facebook what the engagement level is going to be. So I can choose a few seconds, I can choose 10 seconds, 25% of our videos, 50%. And we can do this for one video, or we can do it for a bundle of videos. So I'm going to choose 50%. And we can click here where it says choose videos. And the rule now is we can choose videos that are on our Facebook page and say to Facebook, anyone who's watched 50%, create me an audience. So I'm going to find a page here that I can use, and I'm admin of. And I would simply go through and choose the videos that I want to include. Maybe it's just one video. Maybe you're going to just start in putting your property tours in, or maybe you're going to start putting your market updates in. But in this example, I'm just going to go through anything that I think is a sales video that's perhaps a minute or longer. I'm just going to pull that in, so you can see that I'm just going through, looking at my videos, and anything that's nearly a minute long, I'm just putting in. And it's the same process on each page, and I can go back as far as I want. So I'm going to go back that far. You can see up here the video source is Facebook page. I'm going to click confirm, and then the retention here is how far Facebook will go back. You can go back a whole year and check videos that people have watched up to a year ago, but also it's how long they're going to stay in the audience. So you can choose how long you want to keep them in there. They've still got to watch 50%, so I'm just going to leave that as a year. And in here, I'm just going to say all seller is the audience name, all seller videos, 50% watched, and I'm just going to put 1 year. I'm just going to put something in there so I can find this easily. So I just put the percentage sign in there. So that's the name, so I can find it. Now we can click create audience. And I'm just going to show you very quickly. You can obviously, from this point, you can create a lookalike audience, create an advert, or create another audience. I'm just going to click done here. I'm going to just click it again, create audience, custom audience. We're going to go back to video here again and click next. So I just want to show you that you can do exactly the same for Instagram. So up the top, we can choose the engagement. Now you've got to be careful. Your videos on Instagram may be long, or they may be shorter. So just bear in mind the rule. So we're going to say our videos are the same length. So I'm just going to put 50%. And then you can see that what we can do, we can choose videos. And up here on the drop down, we can use Instagram business, and you can find your Instagram account, and you can just go through the same process. So I can just find my Instagram account here. So just type this in. Let's just choose this one. And then on this account, you can do the same thing. You can go through and find those videos. So just going to cancel that. I want to show you now how you can use those audiences in an advert and get back in front of people who've been watching your videos. So going to go back to the main screen in Ads Manager. And I'm going to click the green create button. So remember, when we click that green create button, we're going to get to see all the different objectives which are available to you. And on our training course for estate agents, we go through exactly which ones you should use. So to retarget, you might use traffic, you might use a leads gen advert, you might use reach, but just for this example, I'm going to click traffic, then click continue to take us into building the ad. You might be putting a guide back in front of them, an online valuation tool, or maybe you just want to get your content back in front of them on a weekly basis. You know that if they're watching your videos, you want to make sure future videos or content is put back in front of them. So you give your campaign a name. If it's a special ad category advert, you know, it's a property listing that maybe use housing. So I'll just choose housing on this example. Going to click next. And this is the bit that I want you to take note on. So if I scroll through here, we put our budget in and our start and end date, but you're looking for this custom audience section here. So custom audiences, if I click on here, I can see all the audiences that I've ever created in Ads Manager. I'm just going to find our one. There it is, all sellers who watch 50% of our videos. And if I'd done the same for Instagram, I could find that one, and I could drop that one in as well. Now, don't worry too much about putting interests in. If you want to drop a pin on your location so that you're controlling who sees the videos a bit more, you can do that depending on what videos you've chosen and what your aim is. And then, of course, you can tweak the age slightly if you need to. But in most cases, we just want to get back in front of these people who've watched these videos. And if they've watched, say, 50% of your videos in this example, then we just want to get back in front of them with our content. And of course, as I say, you can do that for Instagram as well. Then you'd carry on and you'd start setting up your campaign, obviously choosing your advert, perhaps on your page, or creating an advert in Ads Manager. So let's just stop sharing there. So the important thing here is to make sure that you are building those audiences of people watching your video. You've got to remember that video is conversation on scale. It's what Facebook is demanding now. It wants to keep people on the platform longer. So it's a great advert to start with anyway. But from people actually watching your video, you're able to build an audience of people who are engaging with you, and also people that you need to get back in front of and take them through that know, like, and trust. They've perhaps watched one of our videos, they've shown their interest, they've raised their hand, they've committed and invested time in watching your content. So that's a great trigger that they're interested perhaps in you or your services. But now we need to do the hard work and show up in front of them on a regular basis, so they're taken to that know, like, and trust and get to know you. And you've got to remember that now the way things are, people doing video are going to be able to talk to one to many. So your actual message is going to get in front of more people. But also it's clear now that the agent that's the loudest and it's getting closer to the client and the community is obviously going to win more instructions. So video is a great way to do this, and hopefully the audience and the way to retarget those people watching your videos is going to help you. I'd love to know what you're doing with video. I'd love to know if you are retargeting people watching your videos. If you need further help, don't forget to download our template, our Facebook ads template, which is going to help you create adverts and posts which are going to generate seller and landlord and buyer leads on a regular basis. You'll find the link in this post. So click on that, download that. And as always, any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thanks, Ed.